Chapter 6, Friday. School is like school, except it's harder. It's only been 4 days and my mind is already stuffed. Miss Garcia doesn't yell. She's stern but soft and nice, too. She doesn't just point to the whiteboard and say, "See? See?" She explains hard things like reducing fractions and turning them into decimals. Decimals are fractions even when they're not. I sometimes don't see. Math is tough, and I feel dumb and get upset. She walks between desks, watching us work. When she stops and whispers to me how to fix a problem, I get more upset. Tears fill my eyes, and I really can't see. I think how her whispers are telling all the other kids that I'm stupid. She moves on, walking to the end of our row. Ben stares, owl-eyed, behind his round wire glasses. "Who you looking at?" I whisper, fierce. He smiles and offers me a big pink eraser. I want to throw it at his head. "After school, I'll show you. It's..." Oh, sorry, that was Ben, so it wasn't mean. "After school, I'll show you. It's..." Please don't say easy, I think. I'll smack him if he says easy. "Hard, until you remember decimals are just fractions of 100. I take the eraser. "Miss Garcia, think critically." "Think what?" "What's memorable about New York?" Everybody starts raising hands, shouting, "Rockettes, Empire State Building, Rockefeller Center, horses in Central Park." I've seen horses and carriages in Central Park, but I don't know Rockettes. What is that? I've never seen the Empire State Building up close or visited Rockefeller Center. Oh, pick me." "Yes, Charles," answers Miss Garcia. Charles has black, slick hair and long lashes like a girl. He grins, looks back at Ben. "The naked cowboy, underpants, boots, and a cowboy hat." Everyone laughs, except Ben and me. "Don't make fun of Ben," I shout. I'm standing, fist balled. Ben sits. He doesn't even know when he's being disrespected. "Just 'cause Ben wears cowboy boots doesn't mean you can make fun of him. There, I've made everyone shut up. They look at me, scared, respectful. Sabine, though, just looks sad. Miss Garcia clicks her heels down the aisle. She puts a hand on my shoulder. I don't know why, but I notice her nails are pink. Like pink nails are important or something. "Deja, it's true. There really is a naked cowboy in Times Square. Tourists take pictures with him." That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. "It's true," repeats Ben. "When we moved here, my mother took me to the Times Square." I'm really dumb. All I know is Brooklyn, mainly the not-so-nice parts. I've never crossed the river except once, the long-ago day in Central Park. There's also Big Bird, Minnie Mouse, and SpongeBob. "Really?" Sabine nods. Miss Garcia nods. Everybody nods, even Ben, who just moved to New York, while I've lived here my whole life. I look into Miss Garcia's mournful eyes. I can tell she doesn't want me to say I'm sorry, but I would if she asked me to. She squeezes my shoulder. "Class, I want to show you something." Miss Garcia walks back to her desk. I sit. No one looks at me anymore. Ben passes me a note. "Thanks," it says. I stuff the note in my pocket. "Now, class, study this. It's a black and white poster-sized picture of New York. Anybody can see that. It's not Brooklyn, it's Manhattan. You can see the East River. And right across the river are hundreds of tall buildings, some shooting straight, piercing the clouds. Others, not as tall, close the gaps between skyscrapers. Nothing but a hodgepodge of brick, glass, and concrete. What do you see? Buildings. Lots of buildings. Can't see over them. Can't see under them. Can't see through them," says Ben. Sabine giggles. Everybody else laughs. "Going on a bear hunt," says Ben, as if that's supposed to make sense. I squirm in my chair. I don't belong here. There's too much I don't understand. The kids are weird. The school is weird. "Now, class, come over to the windows." Everyone clambers up, including Ben. Not me. I slouch. "What do you see?" Dumb question, I think. Maybe this school isn't so special after all. Miss Garcia isn't special. Everyone leans against the windows. Sabine breathes on the glass and draws a heart. "Pay attention," says Miss Garcia. "What do you see?" "New York," some kid murmurs. Others say, "Manhattan. A sunny day in Manhattan." Think, see, compare. Miss Garcia holds the poster picture high above her short head. Everybody keeps staring out the window, even Miss Garcia. She's breathing quick, like she's upset, like she can't get enough air. I get up, stare at the poster. Then I see it. Too tall and taller buildings. I stand speechless, pointing at the wall of windows. It's Ben who hollers, "The two centers, the two towers are gone." Now everyone sees. The skyline's changed. The two rectangular towers in the photo are gone, replaced by one glittering tower with a pointy top pricking the sky. "Where'd they go?" I ask. Some kids look strangely at me. "It's terrible," murmurs Sabine. "Terrible," echoes Angel. She's the pretty girl. Black hair, blue eyes, and pink lip gloss. But she's nice. Even I have to admit she's nice. She's pretty, but doesn't act like it. Snotty, better than everyone else. "Some of you know," said Miss Garcia. "Know what?" I wonder. Ben bends, untidying, then tidying his Nikes again and again. Angel picks at her nails. Another kid crosses his arms over his chest. I do the same when I don't want anyone to touch me. Others are looking wide-eyed, maybe scared, at Miss Garcia. Nobody talks about it. "Not really," says Michael. Talks about what? Missing buildings? Now, do you notice how the author, right here, they put this in italics? That means that she's not actually saying it out loud, she's thinking it. "This Saturday is the 15th anniversary," Ben says. "That's right, Ben." "What anniversary?" I ask. "My cousin died," murmurs Angel. "It was just a big accident, wasn't it?" "Mom says not to talk about it," sighs Elise, twirling hair around her finger. Voices pop about the room like an action movie. Boom! Miss Garcia shoots Gregory a look. "Inappropriate," she says. "People died?" I ask, puzzling. Everyone's chattering. Everybody knows something different. I don't know anything. "Come to attention now." Everybody quiets. Miss Garcia has a stern face. "We'll be studying what happened on September 11th, 2001, when the towers fell." Hands stuffed in his back pockets, trying to be cool, Trevor shouts, "Who cares? 9/11 was before I was born." Ben scowls. Miss Garcia wrings her hands. "There's a great deal to think about, to learn." I think Trevor's right. Before I was born is ancient history. It's enough figuring out now. "Who cares?" is right. "Muslims did it," said Pete, who wears a Yankees cap. "That's not true," insists Sabine. "I mean, it is, but it isn't true." Miss Garcia clutches Sabine's hand. "For now, we'll start slow. Study, observe. One day we'll cross the Brooklyn Bridge to visit the memorial." "A field trip?" asked George. "Yes, maybe." Miss Garcia turns away from the windows. "This is a new, challenging lesson plan. One step at a time." She pastes on a smile. "Today we start with the home, what we know. As homework, I want each of you to write and show where you live, your house or your apartment. You can draw a picture, build using sticks or clay. Mrs. Campbell, the art teacher, has supplies, and she's happy to work with you during art class and after school." "Why is home important?" Miss Garcia asks hopefully. The nerd at the window. I shouldn't call him a nerd, but he's white with an afro and thick black glasses. Plus, he's got a black silver buckled belt and white tennis shoes. He looks like a nerd to me. Super smart. He says, "Home, it's where we come from, who we are." "Good, Alice. Home shapes all of us. So let's share our homes where we live. Let's create, talk, and write about who we are." Murmurs of happiness. Nobody minds this assignment, I think, except me and Trevor. The bell rings. School's over. "Deja, may I see you?" asks Miss Garcia. Ben asks, "Want me to wait?" I think, who are you? Why should I care? I dip my head, my chin touching my chest. The hardest word for me to say is please. Being poor, you've sometimes got to ask for stuff, food, toothpaste, even soap. I don't want to ask anybody for anything. "Yes, please," I swallow. "Don't think I like you." "I know," says Ben. "I don't like you either." Miss Garcia is beautiful, not like a model beautiful, but her hair is shiny, her skin is bright, and from inside you can feel she wants to help, like she believes teaching is helping, not babysitting. Like who I am matters. I'm only used to Ma believing in me like that. "Deja, you live in Avalon, right?" My body's hot. I want to slap the desk, slap maybe even Miss Garcia's face. "Yes, ma'am," I murmur. "You can create the space where you lived before. You don't need to write about Avalon." "The time before?" I whisper. "Yes," she says. "No, thank you. I'll draw a picture of where I live now. It's my home. I almost choke saying the word home. Does everybody know where you live? She squeezed my shoulder. Only me, other teachers, the principal. I stare at the floor, speckled linoleum. Why can't there be an earthquake? Why can't I be swallowed up and die? I won't lie, my home is Avalon now. The clock tick-tocks, tick-tocks. Okay, says Miss Garcia. But Deja, you can't just refuse an assignment, not turn it in. Sometimes I can change the topic. You don't have to write about your summer vacation or Avalon, but you need to practice writing, Deja. It's important. Yes, ma'am. Don't say yes, ma'am, if you're just being polite. I'd rather you say I'm going to work. Be a good student. Yes, ma'am. Exasperated, Miss Garcia sighs. I clasp my fingers behind my back, squeeze them hard. You'll let me know how I can help? My mother talks about folks who are well-meaning. Sometimes well-meaning isn't enough, Deja, Ma says. Not writing about Avalon isn't going to help me. Sooner or later, kids will find out where I live, and those that don't want to speak to me won't. No one's got to be my friend. I turn to go. It's raining. Figures. It's a light, misty rain and across the river. I see the new sparkling tower. In class every day I'm going to be bothered by it. Why didn't Miss Garcia show us a picture of what used to be? Miss Garcia, I say, pointing, what's home got to do with the skyline? That's our journey this month, figuring it all out. Home is our starting point for connecting to the past. Miss Garcia's expression is complicated, all mixed up with sadness, excitement, and dread. Maybe teachers really are smart. If she were a kid, she'd say, my secret, yours to find out. I walk quickly down the hall and leap the school steps. Ray and Lita will be worrying where I've been. Sabine waves, then climbs into a black SUV. Bye, Deja. I bet Sabine doesn't know gangs like SUVs. I bet it's her mother holding the umbrella over her. Ben is a walker. He'll find his own way home. He doesn't call my name, just holds up his hand. And I like it. Like he was checking to see if I was all right. I grin. Ben's goofy, getting wet in his hoodie and cowboy boots. I start running as if rain is never going to drip on me. Before, when I had a real home, I bet Ben would have been the kind of boy to race me all the way home.